Hey, what's up everyone? It's Snoo. Welcome to a brand new series, 1000 maps on the brand new Tier 17 Fortress layout with a brand new Curation Divination Scarab and Divination, well, all brand new Divination Scarabs, I guess, for 3.24, as well as the new Curation and Go strategy, triple brand new. And if you're wondering why I'm making this video, well, or why I'm doing 1000 maps, I'm going to give a little bit of an extra intro for that reason. It is because despite having already come out with 3 separate 100 map sessions in regards to, a strat like this, there's still a lot of time left in the league. This strat's kind of growing on me, and every great once in a while, the game has some major core changes to it. Major core changes, like for example, I've been playing since Ultimatum League, so at one point Nemesis 3 was pulled out of the game. At one point Eldritch Altars were introduced into the game, at which point we all shifted over towards strongbox divination card farming, especially when Sentinel League came out, the Apothecary came out, and the rest is history there, at least up until last league when Affliction League threw a giant monkey wrench into that whole thing. And then this league, I would say this is probably the biggest core changes to the very top end of mapping that takes place at the end game now, which means a lot of people are left speculating, wondering what the heck is the deal with these farms. The stakes seem crazy high. Are people even really making currency doing this? Especially with there's Team Juiced Curation Scarab, there's Team Group Play Curation Scarab, there's Team Barrel and Go Curation Scarab, and I have taken an affinity for the Curation Barrel and Go, which seems to be the most skeptical one still at this point. And I did just have a very humbling 100 map session where I actually lost currency, even though normalized results suggested I should have made good currency. Has really invigorated me to kick off 1000 maps in this direction, because I want to see 1000 maps is a pretty good sample size. I'm actually pretty well known for this kind of thing. It's not the first time we've done this. But I do think it provides a great opportunity for me to bring some pretty sound data for you guys. It's not every day. It is, in fact, quite rare for you to be able to get your hands on some solid data that is backed up by uncut Twitch VODs all the way through a sample size of 1000 maps. A lot of people can run 1000 maps. They can post their data on Reddit. Not everybody can actually back it up, and the fun happens on Twitch, so come on by to see these things in action. I'm going to keep these videos here pretty short, 100 maps at a time, quick summary, intro. Some highlights. Can be quite restrictive on the highlights because I don't want to edit too much for these. You just want to grind and blast these all the way out. They are very flow state mapping type of maps, in that case, I kind of enjoy it. I'm not a huge fan of the Barrel and Go meta being like the best thing to do, because of course it should be challenging maps, should have to kill monsters, but the maps are pretty challenging. They got some pretty crazy map mods on here, so we will get into the strat. It is basically the same strat that I did last time, and I'm basically just going to walk that all the way through 1000 maps. My anticipation is that I'll make quite a bit of currency. My goal is to make at least 100 div per hour, and I'm not exactly sure how many div per map that'll be, but we'll see. I'll also check the normalized results at the very end of all of this. You can see we got an investment of, I guess, 1160 divines. I went ahead and threw an extra 100 divines in here because that's about what it cost me to roll these maps. The map rolls, for the most part, 140% or more quantity with a barrel roll of at least 33 barrels, I think, and at least one currency roll, because I want to drop a raw mirror. I know for a fact that in 1000 maps, I'm supposed to drop at least one raw mirror doing this. I'll be tracking Sacred Orbs, Scenic Core Locks, and mirrors, which is a bit unusual, but for this sample size, I think it should happen. I'll be running some Abyss All Flames today just to block out some of the really bad mob types that spawn on the map. Normally I'm running Breach now with that, and I want to be running Breach, but actually for this very first 100 maps set, I want to see if I notice a difference in the amount of divination drops between the last set and this set. So if I see a precipitous drop in divination cards, I'll know that the Breach Scarab was really, or the Breach All Flame was actually pulling some weight. If I don't see a drop in there, well then that's kind of gonna spill the beans on Breach All Flames not being that great. But for now, in this intro, I think Breach All Flames are contributing a little bit. Magic Find is not playing a big role though. Killing monsters is important. It's not contributing a huge amount either way. project maybe 20% of the valuable loot will be dropping from monsters. At most, probably 80% will be dropping from barrels. That's because these volatile barrels on these map rolls in the fortress, which also spawns extra barrels, which is why we're doing fortress, they drop some crazy amount of loot. So we'll see. I kind of doubt this specific meta will hold true through the next league. And maybe next league, it'll still be tier 17 maps and we'll be juicing them up harder. But for now, I believe this is probably the best strategy out there at the very top end game. The highest stakes, it's very high risk, very high investment cost, pretty challenging maps. And, you know, that fits in alignment with why it would be the best strat, because a lot of people aren't willing or able to do a strategy like this, especially if they're very skeptical about how much currency it earns. And I'll be tracking everything with maps 1 to 100 for this round, and then, you know, we'll fill this all the way down. We'll look at the normalized loot. We'll check it to make sure it all looks good. And the numbers will be whatever they are at the end of this. And there will be links to the Twitch VODs in each and every one of these videos. Path of building will be there. My build won't be changing a whole lot because it's pretty much finished. And, you know, you can get the regex for the maps that I'm rolling in the description. You can also get the loot filter. Omega Strict is what I'm running there. An Atlas is also down there, which, you know, I guess we should probably look into that, huh? I basically forget to even show you the Atlas because, again, it's the same Atlas. It's the same exact Atlas I've been running for a while. A little bit of stuff into the, you know, core league mechanics, because we can use that in conjunction with back to basics. This strategy relies on back to basics, hopefully spawning big rolls, but, you know, over the course of a long period of time, that will even itself out. I will not be dropping as much loot as I would be on a non-back to basics super juice setup with Curation Scarab, but I'll be doing the maps for much less cost and way, way, way faster than I would otherwise. I do take quantity where I can, trying to be smart with the points. Still hoping to get some Curation Scarab drops, focusing a little bit on Scarab drops. So I'm missing 3% quant here, which you could take instead. But yeah, basically just focusing on increased effective modifiers and Scarabs and just traditional back to basics tree setup, blocking things because basically just want to see the Curation Scarab drop where it can. So again, it's a 2-in-1 strat, Barrel and Go, which is brand new, dropping raw mirrors, dropping Curation Scarabs, Hinakora locks on very rare occasion. We will see those kind of drops, hopefully at least one raw mirror in 1,000 maps. And then the curation setup, so it is a synergized strat, so Barrel and Go, and then also getting additional loot through Barrel and Go divination cards. So I will occasionally use like an Anarchy All Flame if I get something like items that drop with rarities converted to divination cards, that kind of thing, because then you can actually get even potentially a full stack of House of Mirrors or something crazy like that. So we'll take some of those lantern mods seriously. I will not be using Shaper All Flames, which is the best All Flame, but it comes at a hefty cost, so I'm not going to be using that. If there are any major changes to the strategy, actually if there are any minor changes to the strategy, I will let you know in subsequent videos, but this is a series. This is video 1 out of 10, and at the very end I'll come out with a summary video just showcasing all the results in a nice, well-formatted setup. So, drop in. We're about to begin. We'll pull these divines out. Quick PSA, I have removed the Inventor card and Union card full stacks from my loot filter, so now I know I will maintain a little bit more of my sanity in turning in the cards in the end. And while I will lose a little bit of loot in the absolute sense, I'll be saving a bit of time, and I will definitely be able to fit all the loot in 5 quad tabs per 100 maps. I know that for a fact, so that's looking forward to, you know, not turning in a bunch, too many cards. Still going to be picking up the Wrath card. The major jackpot drops will be the Apothecary, Unknown Origin, Unrequited Love, and 7 Years Bad Luck, to a lesser extent Brother's Gift. And when these things stack up, they give a lot of extra loot, except for the Brother's Gift, of course, which always stacks up. But yeah, let's get started with the first map. I have some Abyssal All Flames in here. They don't really cost anything. And yeah, so not every single map will fit exactly what I said. 140% quant, currency roll, 33 plus barrels. Occasionally a map will be missing something, but if it's a very well-rolled map, otherwise I went ahead and run it. I'm trying not to be too crazy restrictive because I don't want to be rolling maps for days And so that's kind of where I'm at on that. You be the best judge on your map rolling experience. We'll do 8% quant, and don't really need a first map showcase because it's the same exact strat I did last time in the last 100 map set that lost me 150 div. Actually, 150 div over that many maps. But you may recall the investment cost was 1,350 divine. So actually, if I had this investment cost in last farm, I would have made currency, technically. So there's that. I actually would have made currency. So for some reason, the Curation Scarab has dropped about 2 divines in price. I don't know what it's going to do, but we'll just keep track of it. I'll keep buying them as I go. And that will get adjusted over time. It's not really anything I can do about that. The market forces are at work. So yeah, we've got a nice lantern actually set up. 184 or 140% quant is one of the best rolls that I can get. Don't see any bad mob types, so just send it through. Welcome to the show, everybody. Should be fun content to put in the background where you can see, you never know what's going to drop. Could be Brother Stash, could be a raw mirror, could be a stack of unrequited, could be a horned scarab of awakening. Who knows? I'm sure we'll see some magic in at least a few of these maps, right? Should be running Rampage gloves for this. Oh my god, this is so disgusting. I'm gonna drop like 60 fortunates this map. Unrequited love 1 in map 3. Okay. Dude, imagine if that stacked right off the bat. Crazy. Well, hey man, I was supposed to drop that last 100 map set. I'm way behind on those. Unenlightened. Not behind on those. Skill used recently. Remove. Actually, remove no leech. I don't have to. Oh, there's a Nimbus card and a Brother Stash. Wow. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Every couple of maps, drop a big card. God, I forgot what this farm was actually supposed to look like. Now I'm getting it though. I wouldn't expect it to go down more. In fact, I'm kind of expecting it to bounce back up a little bit. Okay. Wait, what? Why am I not getting full stacks? I'm supposed to get full stacks on that. Alright, you guys know I'm only supposed to see that card twice in 100 maps. So I've already found the card twice in 100 maps. Damn it, I didn't proc either one. Ugh. So unlucky, man. And never lucky. See guys? Never lucky. 3 or 4 keys. Maybe like 4 or 5 in 100 maps. $14 sacred. The apothecary. Ooh. Damn, I've dropped 4 big cards. I haven't procced a single one. Why? Rolling currency and barrels, aka scarabs, every map. Another Nimbus card. No stack again. Ah. Why am I always unlucky? Oh my god. Not dilute the pool with a bunch of useless cards at the same time, so it's supposed to result in, compared to what came before, it's supposed to result in 21% more valuable cards. Ooh. Alright, I stacked something. Nimbus stack acquired. Not that bad, I guess. The Fiend, why? No. No. I don't want to take that card off my filter. I don't have to be disappointed. Meat sacks, all flame. Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. Those are like non-existent now. Unless it was from a T17 ritual. Dude, was it from a T17 ritual? Finally! Dude, alright, so I want everybody to know that I'm supposed to have over like 67 years right now, and I have, I think, 9 until this moment. It's so bad. Okay, maybe we can finally get some freaking 7 years to drop now. Kind of breaking even, more or less. Until you hit... Unless you get really lucky in some other weird way, you're just breaking even, more or less, until you hit the unrequited stack, and then you're plus a lot. 1 apothecary. Couldn't stack up, man. Oh my god, why did I die? What the fuck? Why? A full Nimbus stack again. Okay. This is like exactly the same result as my last farm. Except that I'm getting even fewer 7 years. And getting unrequited version on a high budget build with a strong DPS weapon, Fizz weapon. Elemental hit of the spectrum's better than either of the other two, though, with 1 unrequited. Damn. Couldn't score. 0 out of 3. Why didn't I full stack? I don't know. I forgot. I forgot to proc a full stack, guys. Sorry. Alright, guys. We're 10% of the way done. We got the results, and again, we're going to keep this fairly short, but I'm going to give it to you here. With the Wealthy Exile, you can see that Fortunate card's way up at the top. That's not a good sign. Definitely didn't come out very well. I see 1,169 Divines, and here's everything. I got a couple of Nimbus card procs. I did get 3 raw unrequited loves, which, you know, usually I'm only going to get 2, but no procs there, and absolutely atrocious RNG on 7 years bad luck. Supposed to get over 100 of this card, I think. Only 3 Curation Scarabs, 2 Valdos boxes, no Hinekora, no Mirror, obviously. 3 Sacred Orbs. So we're on our way, I guess. We're on our way. And again, I didn't use all flames for this. But anyway, just want to reveal here. With empty, no all flames, it was... Again, I was lucky with the Curation Scarab. It's now gone up in value again since I started. So it's like a full divine and a half higher. But I came out positive, technically. 9 divines. Positive. 1.5 divines per hour. 6-hour farm. This is going to be a 6-hour farm basically every time. 100 maps. And that's, you know, how it goes, I guess. So I was a little surprised that it just didn't come out very well. So one very interesting point, data point, is I can't really show it based on how I input things, but anyway, you just have to take my word for it. This time I used no all flames instead of quadruple breach all flames, and I got, I think it was 82% of the wrath cards that I got with the previous set. Very, very little differences otherwise. So that, you know, could be a crazy outlier of RNG, but I think what that's telling me, likely that the breach all flame is a good idea. So I am going to do as planned and start running the breach all flames. Any breach is fine. 4 on every map, unless they go crazy expensive or something. I know the market's got quite a few of those, so that's what we're going to start running. And hopefully that number will go up. We'll see what comes out in the next 100 maps. So we got, these are the actual numbers that I looted. This is not the adjusted numbers this time. So maps 1 to 100, I got 5,400 Wrath cards, 2340 Hoarders, 1725 Fortunates, 498 Mad Kings, 26 7 Years Bad Luck, really, really bad, that one. 16 Brothers Gifts, by the way, you might have noticed I got way more Brother Stashes than gifts. 2 Apothecaries, 16 Nimbus cards, and 3 Unrequited Love. So that's a starting point. Not the greatest, not the greatest. So when you adjust all these things out, like for example, Unrequited Loves per 100 maps, its average is I think over 6 per map, and or per 100 maps, and you know, basically the only thing that even went above the average here was the Nimbus card. I think that's the only thing I really got more than what I would normally, as far as the rare cards for sure. We're going to have to see some better results in the next one. But anyway, we're not done yet. I already got things set up, ready to go. With a... What's it called again? I forgot the name. I already forgot the name of the jewel. Oh, what's the name of the jewel? Oh yeah, the Adorned. Okay, there we go. The Adorned. Alright, I got 10 of them to do. Well, 9 more. And that was really good. I did see some crazy RNG on the curiosity aspects. Got a lot of those. But anyway, one Adorned out of the way. Let's see what the next one does. 108. This is still not really worth anything. And next one's 131. Okay, this is some value. Some value here. Yeah, I guess 20, 22 divines. We'll go another one, 105. Pretty sure that's not even going to sell. I think it has to be like at least 120 to be sellable. 134, a little bit of value here. I guess I'm about even now. $30. Almost even. And next one's 104. Nope, not very good. I really need that 150. 91, nope. 100 on the dot. I have been getting lucky on Adorns overall. Now this is a good hit, 141. Yeah, this is 80 something, so I'm again at least even, I think. At least even. 106. Not very good. Okay, not bad. Not bad, I guess. Now we got the Enlightened is going for 4. Hey, we got one. We got 2. We got 2. Wow, lucky. Whoever thought about that plus sign made it work, I guess. Alright, I mean, there's not a huge amount of stakes in that one, but... Oh, okay, overall, good, I guess, good. Now, I told my chat that what we're going to do as a final thing. I think what I'm going to do is, assuming that I drop at least 1 Unrequited Love in 100 maps, I will gamble 1 Unrequited Love to a full stack, or bust. And if I hit this even once in 100 maps, I mean that's, or once in 10 tries, that'll be good. So let's get to it. All right, nothing happened, and it's gone. It's gone. Well, there you have it. Basically lost whatever good gamble RNG I had over here. Gone. They'll be gone most of the time. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, that actually puts me in a little bit of a hurt for setting up for the next 100 maps. I think I'm gonna have to get a little creative with how I'm liquidating things. Yeah, there might be some other things that I'm to dig into that I haven't looked at in a while, because yeah, we gotta set this up again. And the Curation Scarab has gone up in value for some reason again. Alright, but anyway, keeping these videos fairly short, that's it for this 100 map set. We're kicking off 1,000 maps. Not a good start. Not a terrible start, but not a good start. So we'll hope for something better in the next set. That's it for now.